Okay, since I forgot to do it, here's my predictions on the Lego Batman movie. I think it's going to be good. Alright, now that I got that out of the way, let's say what I thought about the movie. What can I just say? I just get caught up on me. It's Lazerdude time and we're gonna do a review. Yes, we're gonna review. I'll talk about movies and comics too. Let's all go watch the review. How's it going? I am Lazerdude99 here with another review. Today we are reviewing Lego Batman. So Lego Batman starring Will Arnett, Michael Cera, Rosario Dawson, a whole bunch of other people that are just in here and everywhere. Oh my goodness, it is a wow. I don't even know what to start with this. Honestly, I sat here for like 20 minutes trying to think of a clever thing to say on the movie for my intro, and I couldn't think of anything. So I just said, well, I never did a predictions video because I ran out of time. It was already here. I'm like, oh, I should have done a predictions video, but oh well, too late. So this is a story all about how Batman is running Gotham City. You know, he's just going through there. He fights the bad guys. He's having fun, but he's kind of realizing his life has left him pretty shallow and empty, but he doesn't want to come to face with his feelings on that, and he's kind of, pushed everyone aside. Even the Joker is like, wow, Batman doesn't treat our villain-hero relationship seriously, and comes up with an evil scheme to change things forever. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to continue going on this story, but I just want to say, like, the opening minutes of this film had me, like, laughing so hard. I was, like, in stitches. I'm like, I couldn't keep up with all the references. I'm like, oh, look, there's that, and there's that, and then I get that. Wait, what's that? Oh, no, I think I get it. Oh, wait, we're on to the next thing. Okay, and it was like, I love these guys who do the Lego movies, because so far they've done the Lego movie, of course, Lego Batman, because their humor and the way they use Legos is so on point. It's such a unique blend of so fast-paced and references all over the place that you find it hard to keep up, and then I'm sure on my next few viewings I'm going to pause and say, oh my gosh, there's that, oh that's funny too. Never noticed that. I mean, because heck, even still with the Lego movie, I'm still finding things I never noticed. And the humor is really well. Will Arnett is really good at this. He was a lot of fun in the Lego movie as Lego Batman. He's back, and he does a lot of, great stuff. Like, I think he gets this right mix of, poking fun of the character of Batman, but still not being over the top, stupid with it. It's like Batman is still acting in a way that Batman would, but he's just like, it's still coming from Lego Batman, But he's, of course, making fun of Robin in his way. That was the one that was just like, I don't know, that doesn't really seem like Dick Grayson to me, but maybe I'm just a little defensive. It's just like, I like these characters, and I don't want everyone to make fun of them too much. You can make fun of Batman because, he's just so huge and over the top. But when you make fun of the lower key characters that not everyone's a fan of, then I get a little bit defensive. But, he was still a lot of fun, had a lot of funny lines. The story in here is very, I guess that's one of the things, like, looking at comparing this to the Lego movie, I think the Lego movie so far, from what I gather, the Lego movie is a better movie. I think because its story was more, I think, interesting, where this one's pretty basic. You kind of get an idea of where they're going with it very quickly, and I don't know, it's just, it seems like its moral was more easy to decipher, where the other one was a little bit more complex, and maybe not totally something new, but they took stuff in the new directions. Like when there was stuff in the Lego movie that I thought, oh, they're doing this, they would quickly take that and took a spin on it and change it into something new. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know where it's going. Oh, I think it's going this way now. Oh wait, they changed it and did something new there. Okay, they kept on changing up the game. Where this one, I think the story is a little bit more straightforward. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go here with it. Oh, okay, they went there. A little disappointed that they didn't twist on it like they did in the Lego movie, but I guess there's only so many times you can twist on a story before you become full circle. I think one of the things that, of course, draws me into this movie is like the fact that the humor is so on point, and that is one of my favorite things. As a comic book nerd, this is right up my alley, and there's so many things that I get that I know other people aren't going to get, and other people are going to be like, really? Like, really? Condiment King is a villain? I'm like, yeah, there's a guy that's a Batman villain, kind of, that shoots out mustard and ketchup and hot sauce, and that's his weapons. And I'm like laughing when I see that and all these other things. I'm like, oh, I know what that's from, and that's hilarious that they're written this thing. Honestly, this movie like makes references to everything, and I mean everything. Like the only reference I didn't see to anything in this movie was, I guess, maybe Beware the Batman and The Batman, the animated shows, but it makes references to Batman the animated series. It makes references to the Adam West show. It makes references to The Dark Knight Rises in The Dark Knight, and you know, the Nolan films. It makes reference to the Tim Burton films. It references everything. I'm just like, it's hard to keep up with it. I'm just like, oh, what? Oh, there's that, and that's funny. Okay, that's funny, and that. I mean, wow. But it kept me laughing. I think one of the problems, I'm not sure if it's a problem, but one of the things that this like kind of suffers a little bit in comparison is the fact that the way they set up Batman in the Lego movie as him being comic relief, since he wasn't the main character, he would be able to just come in, steal the show with some funny lines, then go out, and then they'd focus on the main characters. You know, with Batman being the main character, I think sometimes you get a little bit like, okay, I get where you're going with this, just get there. Oh, you're still stalling, you're still doing this, and all it's, the basic lesson is work as a team. Don't be selfish, don't be a douche, don't be afraid of having a family. It's basic stuff, and I think it's, you know, it takes a while for the character to get there, and I'm just like, okay, where, you know, like Lego Movie, I think was a little bit more sophisticated in a story. I think it's just like, sometimes people confuse a message with a story arc, and not to say that Batman didn't have a story arc and it wasn't related to the message, but, you know, it's just like, a character's story arc doesn't need to be a message, I'm just saying. And for him it was, and as I say, it's not bad, it's just, I'm like, okay, I see where you're going with this, just hurry this part of the story up. I've seen this type of thing done before. Was it done badly? No, because the movie, as I say, the humor is so on point, it keeps you laughing all the time. I'm just saying, it's not as deep as the Lego Movie, but I don't necessarily think that I was looking for it to be as deep. I'm just saying in comparison. So for the voice acting, I mentioned Will Arnett being really, really good, proving that, you know, despite what all the Ninja Turtle movies would have you believe, he still can be very, very funny. We have Zach Galifianakis as the Joker, and I don't know, can't say I'm a fan. I don't know, something felt, it didn't feel as happy, and I didn't. The big thing that they just did with the Joker is made his relationship with Batman seem like an actual relationship. Like they were dating and whatnot, and then made Joker seem really needy. And I'm not saying there wasn't funny moments with that. I got that, but I think that they overdid it, in which case it made me just feel more... It made me feel more like, okay, I get the joke, just move on. And they're like, no, we're going to stay here for a little bit. I won't say that he didn't have some funny moments. I'm just saying it's just like, I didn't think it was as great as other performances in this movie and in other things and other performances of the Joker. But I guess it's harder to make a character that's supposed to be like seriously funny, but not wholly serious. I don't know. I just didn't think he pulled it off to the level I would want him to, but I think it was still fine. One of the things I find a little weird is like some of the changes, because okay, we have Dick Grayson as Robin, and as I said, they gave him Carrie Kelly goggles, but okay, you want a different design, that's fine. It's just he's never had that design in the comics. And then okay, he's a kid, but Barbara Gordon is an adult? I mean, she's about to become commissioner? Huh. Well, that's odd. I mean, you know, like, normally Dick and Barbara are the same age because they have a relationship to... Wait, Batman has a crush on Barbara? Well, I don't... I mean, it's like the animated series did something like that, but they handled it in a different way, and... Wait a minute. Barbara's not... Oh, why isn't she... I don't want to sound racist, but why isn't she white? I mean, okay, she's not exactly, you know, dark black or anything, but she definitely has more of a tint to her that definitely makes her a different ethnicity. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, I'm just wondering why. Oh, okay, she's played by Rosario Dawson. I guess you know, if you're played by an actress of color, you might want to be, you know, portrayed as your character is color. So anyway, it's no biggie. It's just, but there's a lot of questions like that like I'm like, why are they doing that and then that and then that? You know, it's just like, and as I say, they're nitpicks, but I think they were a little bit more nitpicky or less nitpicky in here than, let's say, they were in the Lego movie. Like in the Lego movie, when you see Green Lantern and Superman, you know, not getting along, in my mind, my comic book mind goes, well, wait, Superman and Green Lantern get along. It's Green Lantern and Batman that butt heads. And then my mind goes, wait a minute, at the end when they show that it's just a kid playing in the room, then he's using these superheroes and using them for his own things. He's not following the comics, so that makes perfect sense. And true, this is a part of the same world, so you could say that it's true, the kid is doing that, but we don't see the kid, so I'm just saying that this feels a little bit odd when the characters aren't exactly how they are in the comic books, when this character is older and this character is younger. As I say, it's not a big deal. It's just when like a kid's gonna see this and was like, oh god, oh boy, so Batman and Batgirl, they're together. Okay, then he grows up and reads the comic books like, wait, that's not it at all. Huh. I'm just saying you're just going to confuse some people. But I think the thing that really sells this movie and why I really do enjoy it quite a bit is just the humor. The humor is so fast-paced and quick, it just goes so by, and it's random at times, and there's just one moment where just like, the movie basically just stops and does one thing. I'm just like, are we just going to sit here and wait? I guess we are. And it was like funny, you could hear like nothing's happening, but the audience is going and they're laughing. I'm just like, but nothing's happening. Why are we laughing? And yet, I don't really think I need to do any spoiler talk on this. I just want to say that I think the Lego Batman movie is a very fun movie, very entertaining, story-wise, pretty basic, but still, it's the humor that if you're going to see this movie, it's the humor you're going to see it for, and it's the humor that it totally sells on it, 100%. There's nothing about the humor that I don't think really... It's just, I won't say just as funny, but it's almost as funny as the Lego movie in my mind. Because the Lego movie in my mind had multiple points where I nearly like fell out of my chair, but this one only had a couple. But in my mind, I think Lego Batman was a very fun movie, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Oh boy, another 7 from me. Some of my subscribers have pointed out that, dude, you give everything a 7 out of 10. I'm like, well, maybe. Well, I'm gonna try to see if I can get away from that. For this, I couldn't put it an 8. I don't think it's an amazing movie. I think it's a very good movie. I couldn't put it lower because I don't think it's just an above-average movie, because above-average films don't make me laugh as hard as this one does. So I think that this is a good movie, definitely one you could bring your kids, and definitely one that adults will enjoy. There's a lot of jokes in here that will zoom by kids' heads but aren't like crude, and that adults will get, and that will be just there to have a good time with, and yeah. So overall, definitely worth seeing, and especially if you're a Batman fan, you cannot help but see this, because it's just, there's so many references everywhere. I almost want to just go back and see it again just so I can see if I can find any more, but I probably will wait till it comes out in DVD. But anyway, I'm going to probably still buy it on DVD though, so that's a thumbs up and definitely a good way to start off the superhero movies that are coming out this year. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Lazerdude99. Adios. Be sure to check out some of these other videos on my channel. And wait for more coming soon.